Hello, I'm Yvonne Hackett, and I'm employed by Lakeview Middle School in the Catoosa County School District. This presentation will give us an overview of the CRCT data that is available for Lakeview Middle School for the years 2012 through 2014. This is being produced for the fulfillment of requirements for ITEC 7305, Data Analysis and School Improvement, and to provide information to all Lakeview Middle School stakeholders. My purpose for providing this overview is to first inform our faculty concerning information as to where our students have performed on the CRCT standardized test in the past 3 years. During this overview, I will identify areas of strength as well as identify areas that need to be strengthened. It is my hope that this will begin conversations for us to collaborate and improve learning here at Lakeview Middle School. The number of students that have been served at Lakeview Middle School has declined over the past 3 years, and at the time of the last CRCT test that was taken, there were 780 students. This number has decreased again in the past year. The population at Lakeview Middle School is predominantly white. Our largest subgroups are the Black and Hispanic communities. Profile data for Lakeview Middle School shows that we have a large population of economically disadvantaged students. We are a Title I school, and many of our students also receive services in remedial and special education areas. There is not a significant difference between the number of males and females served at Lakeview Middle School, and looking at test score data for subgroups, there is no significant achievement gap here. The main areas for achievement gaps are among our students with disabilities and our English language learners. Looking at students' achievement data for 3 years in English language arts and math shows that we have a significant percentage of students that meet or exceed on the CRCT for 3 years. The information reported for the areas of science and social studies are a little different. However, we still have a large number of students in the meets or exceeds range. This bar graph shows that social studies is the area where we have less students achieving in the meets or exceeds proficiency range. The next 4 line graphs compare Lakeview Middle School with proficiency scores for our county school district and with the state of Georgia. English language arts is the area where we consistently fall below the district and state in our proficiency. However, it should be noted our students are still very high, with 90 to 93% meeting or exceeding in English language arts. Math also shows us being below district and state proficiency levels for 2013 and 14. Science and social studies are above the state proficiency levels, except for the year of 2014, where social studies declines. One possibility for this decline could be due to our focus for the past years being on English language arts and math for professional development. The social studies domain may have seen neglect because of this. A bar graph comparing Lakeview Middle School with other schools in our district has us slightly behind, with the number of students meeting or exceeding the standard in the areas of English language arts, math, science, and social studies. In 2014, most students have met or exceeded proficiency in these areas. It may be noted that the reading domain is not included in the graph, but to avoid clutter, it was not included because the information related to reading is similar to or better than the English language arts data. Looking at percentages of the number of students that did not meet proficiency levels, social studies is the area where we have the largest amount of students that do not meet the targeted cutoff. Of those that did not meet, 52% of the students are students with disabilities. 42% are limited English language learners. Now we should ask ourselves what's next now that we have this information. What are our strengths? We are above state proficiency levels in science and a very high percentage of our students meet or exceed in each domain area. Where have we faltered over the past 3 years? We are below state average proficiency levels in English language arts and math. We also have a declining number of students meeting or exceeding proficiencies in social studies. Things to consider for what to look at next is the data from benchmarks and grade level formative assessments, particularly in the social studies area. 2 ideas come to mind for how we should begin. First, form data teams and have everyone involved. A second plan of action is to create common assessments. We need to know for sure that our instruction and assessments align with state standards and assessments that are being given. Now that we have looked at all of this data in this overview, do you have any questions? Information for this overview has been gathered from the Georgia Department of Education's CCRPI data and from the report card information publicly available from the Governor's Office of Student Achievement.